for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All righty. Here we are, you guys. Welcome. Welcome to the second episode of Live with the Coopers. And I am one of your hosts, Candace Cooper, and with me is
Brandon Cooper.
All righty. And guess what, you guys? Yesterday, we had an amazing celebration because this guy sitting next to me, it was his birthday. Just on yesterday. So we want to thank you to everyone who sent him a text message. You got all kind of phone calls.
I couldn't answer them all. It was too many. But no, thank you sincerely for thinking about me on my 44th birthday.
44 years.
44 years.
So tell us, 44 years old, kind of, where are you in life with this birthday? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Just blessed to make another year. Just blessed to make another year. I'm in the same spot I was in yesterday, grinding and trying to make the best out of what I consider a good life.
All right. Uh-oh. I just got word that I think your microphone.
Oh, my mic was on.
Yeah, okay. We got
My
you
bad.
on now. All right. Goodness.
Trying to make the best out of a good life. My bad. Didn't turn the mic on. Hey, man, rookie mistakes, coaching mistakes. Yeah. Trying to make the best out of a good life. But we had a good day. Thank you to everyone that reached out to me. That was special. 44 is a big one. So we're happy for it. Every one of them is a big one, honestly. So I appreciate everybody that reached out to me and thought about me yesterday.
All right. And so with that, we are on our second episode. We are so excited for this, you guys. We're working on different setups, okay? So as you can see, the setup is a little bit different. I have all the my tech stuff that I'm working. Remember, y'all, I'm producing the show as well. I'm so excited about that. But I have my little tech stuff over here on the side. So if you see me veering off on the side, it's because I'm going to go ahead and make a change. And at this moment, as you guys know, we always start off our episodes with news. And typically it's going to be sports news. And in addition to that, we're also going to have a little what's trending. And so when we talk about what's trending, we're talking about what's trending from TikTok and just all the social media. But, TikTok is one of those that always has a lot of trending news, and Twitter, and just kind of what I'm seeing out there. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to now turn it over to Brandon Cooper to give us an update on sports. What happened? What's going on?
All right. So this past weekend, my Texas Longhorns got a much-needed bye after we got it handed to us by the Oklahoma Sooners. So hope they're recovering well, and we'll get ready for next week with them. The Colorado Buffaloes lost on Friday night.
Oh, gosh.
After leading at halftime, 29-0. Candace and I had actually fell asleep because we thought, hey, man, this was going to be an easy victory. We fell asleep, and I woke up, and the game was in overtime. And I was like, Candace, get up, hurry up, get up.
We jumped up.
The game was in overtime, man. The Stanford Cardinals ended up winning that game in double overtime, 46-43. And so Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, they got a lot to work on when it comes to finishing the game. But they're still playing hard, and we're proud of them. A shout out goes out to Cedric Alexander, former LBJ High School. LBJ High School in Austin, Texas running back. He's now a freshman at Vanderbilt, playing for the Commodores. And they played number 1 Georgia Bulldogs this weekend, and they lost. The game was they lost the game 20-37 in that matchup. But said was he did score a rushing touchdown in that matchup, and that made him the first player to score a rushing touchdown against for Vandy against Georgia in 5 years.
Oh wow!
So-
Oh wow! Let me do a large applause for that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sid's a great kid, and they had a write up about him in the Tennessean, and so we're really proud of Sid. He's a freshman. He's down there making his way. He's not redshirting as a freshman. He's playing. Matter of fact, he's at the start already. So congrats to Sid. Congrats to his family. We've been around this entire time and watched him grow up. So it's just amazing to see what he's doing and everything he's accomplishing down there. So
And if I could just a quick story. I remember when Sid was with the Southeast Ravens, and he was probably 4 years old. And I mean, our daughter, she was a cheerleader at the time, and we went to practice, and we saw this kid just dominating. And so he was exceptional then, but then to really get to know him, and he came out and with our track club that we had, the Austin Honey Badgers. Shout out to all the Austin Honey Badgers that may be tuned in. But he came in, and he also did some training on the team. His family was very involved, and still are. They still am involved with us. But just want to say that he is. I mean, when it comes to giving interviews and just being respectful, I mean, just a great young man. So just a quick little story. That's all.
yeah. And right now in Major League Baseball, the American League Series right now, the Texas Rangers just won the most recent game. They had 5-4 against the Astros. So the Texas battle for the American League is very exciting right now, and the Rangers are up 2-0 in this series. And finally, my Cowboys are playing tonight. They are currently on. So for me to be here with my wife doing this show lets you know that we're in grind mode, because I'm missing my team right now. But all my Cowboy fans out there, y'all hold them down. I'm going to get through with this show, and I'm going to be in this game with you. Hold them down for now. We playing the Los Angeles Chargers tonight, and hopefully we can get back on track after the 49ers gave us a good ass whooping last week. So.
All righty. And with that being said, you guys, we're going to try to get through the topic. We have a great topic for today. I'm really excited about this topic. It's actually one that Brandon Cooper was like, we got to do this topic. So I am going to now turn it over to him so he can introduce what today's topic is going to be. And I kind of skipped over my news. I did skip over my news, didn't I?
Yep.
I actually had some good news. So hold on, you guys. I'm getting a little too excited. Let me go back. There we go. Okay, I'm back. All right, you guys. See, episode 1, I think I had all my notes, but let me go back to my news. Sorry, I skipped way over that. All right, you guys. So on TikTok, I saw this on the weekend, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? So I'm calling this Date Gone Wrong. So a woman on TikTok by the name of Monique Santos, she's a lady out of Atlanta. Now, she said this was not her in the clip, right? But in this clip, which was viewed 2.8 million times on TikTok, there was an unnamed woman that was sitting in the passenger seat of the car. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Did you see this one?
I did.
You did not see this
No.
one. So a woman was sitting on the passenger seat of the car. It was this man that was taking her out on a date. And so he pulled up to none other than a chain restaurant that we know of called the Cheesecake Factory. And she pulls up to this restaurant, and she literally refuses to get out of the car. And she said basically that a person who looks like her can't go into a chain restaurant. And so anyhow, what do you think about that?
She's going to be a very lonely woman. She is the type of woman. First of all, she's the type of woman that my show last week was about.
Hey, if you
She
did,
is delusional.
shout out to Salute the Real,
She
Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
She is delusional. She is living in a fantasy world to assume that she is that good. Anyway, man, she's going to be very lonely.
So, I was a bit even taken aback because, like, the Cheesecake Factory, I mean, come on now, they had some pretty good cheesecake. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess I'm some sort of square, or maybe I don't know, but you know, I actually like the Cheesecake Factory. What are our comments saying?
Brian said she wanted to go to the. It's because she wanted to go to the Red Lobster. But Brian, she said she don't go to chain restaurants.
No chain restaurants.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
said she looked too good, and I don't know who told her this. I don't know where she's getting this. I that lady, and she's getting told too. I mean, so I did see some of the comments.
Oh,
they
man.
were eating her alive. So
Yeah.
if that's the kind of mentality you have, man, you need to make sure you keep that stuff to yourself. Hang in there with your certain people because they're gonna eat you alive on that, man. Because it's trash. I mean,
Well, there's the button. There's the button right there. There you go.
trash.
There we go, y'all.
Trash is trash. If you think that you look too good to go to restaurants that people are making millions of dollars
Yeah,
off of.
with some pretty good drinks too.
Millions of dollars. This is multiple restaurants all the way around the world, whatever the country, you know what I'm saying, Cheesecake Factory. And you think you too good to go. You think that you too good to walk through those doors and have a drink or to have an appetizer or whatever and just sit down and chill with somebody.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
I will say this though, shout out to the man that she was with. He handled that very well because I mean, shoots, I know some of my friends that probably would have told her to get on out that car
Get your Uber.
and Uber on back to where you came from.
Yeah.
So I will say shout out to the young man. I watched that clip, you know, for a little bit, and they did engage in some conversation, you know, during this process, and he handled it very well. He was extremely calm, and I thought he did a very good job. What are the comments saying?
Tub Baker, shout out to Tub Baker, Coach Tub Baker, said he should have taken her to a taco truck.
Yeah, like I mean, my goodness, like you know, I know.
And shout out to Sam, and it's not that cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's
not
the
like
thing.
Cheesecake Factory is a
We
cheap
went
spot,
to the
you know?
Cheesecake Factory, like, what was it? Not too long ago. Probably within the last 6 months, I would say. I think I total what? It was at least over $100.
It was up there. I can't remember what it was, but it was
I guess a cheap date. I don't know.
Shit.
I enjoyed it.
$100. Hey, if you think $100 cheap, then that's just another reason why I don't need to be out there in them streets no more. That's another.
Listen.
This time done passed me by, man. Yeah. Time done passed me by in the street.
So anyway, lady, whoever you are, hopefully you're reading some of the comments, you're listening to some of the people that are trying to steer you in the right direction, because it looks like you actually had a nice young man that was there that was actually very calm and patient with you. So who knows? Maybe this is a life-changing experience and she's going to find her person.
Maybe so.
All right.
I wish I all the luck.
My next story, you guys, is a little bit more on a serious note. And this is a case that actually happened about 10 years ago. It happened in 2013. It has to do with a young man by the name of Kendrick Johnson, who was found at his high school. His body was found in a wrestling mat, wrapped up, and he was deceased. And he had been, he was a star football player. I believe he did some track and field, and I think even basketball, but he was a really good athlete at the school. This has to do with Lowndes, I believe how you pronounce it, County High School. Here recently, and this actually happened like last month. This is a case I've been following. Coop, you know, I like to follow cases and so forth. This is a case I've been following over the years, and his family has filed a lawsuit against the Georgia Bureau of Investigations and the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office about what the family is claiming is false information connected to the investigation into his death. So again, this was a young man who his classmates actually found him and alerted the coach, and so his body was wrapped up, which was very interesting. I actually had to go on YouTube and kind of look, because I was like, how in the world do you get your body get wrapped up in a mat? And they were trying to say that instead of putting his shoes in a locker, a lot of the kids would put their shoes like inside these wrestling mats, and that he had actually went down into the wrestling mat. This is what they allegedly said, that he went down into the mat to try to grab his shoes in some kind of way. He was suffocated. And so, but his body wasn't found until
Yeah, that don't
almost
sound right to me.
yeah, almost 24 hours later. So it's a story that you can find all kind of information. I'm just following this case again. It happened in 2013, and I mean it's been going on for a long time. So that family is now coming out and they're filing a lawsuit against that county. So
Prayers to his family. I hope they get the justice they deserve.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Because it's definitely, you guys, there's some documentaries even out there about the Kendrick Johnson case, and it really brings up a lot of interesting things. And so, anyway, check it out. But again, I like to kind of follow some of these cases that are kind of strange, if you will. And this was one that I checked out over the weekend.
Gary Red says, remember that story, he didn't get there by himself. Exactly, Red. That's exactly what I was thinking the moment she was talking about that. So really hope they figure out what happened in that case.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, with that said, we're going to transition on to, for real this time, the topic of the day. Now I can go to my little fancy. There you go. I was trying to jump the gun, but here we go. So today's topic, we're going to go ahead and have our own Brandon Cooper introduce the topic. So what do you have for us, sir?
I got to lead into this. You got to lead into a topic like this,
Okay.
So when you go to the casino,
Okay.
when you go to the casino, you are going in there, people get on a plane. I can speak for us. We get on a plane and Candace talk about Buffalo and and we going down there strong, we feeling good, feeling like it's our time, like it's
We're going to bring it back.
this is it. That's how we're feeling. That's how we're feeling. That's how you feeling when you first get on the plane. This is gonna be your time. Same way you do when you go buy that lotto ticket, man. Shout out to whoever that was in California that just won that billion. Okay, so you feeling like it's gonna be your time. And when you go in there, you sit down at the slot machine. You play and you're hoping, and if you lose your money, you lost. And if you sit at the roulette, you play, and it don't land on your number, it land on black when you had red, it land on red when you had black, you lose your money. You sit down and play cards, you lose your money. Sit down and play dice, you lose your money. And then you finally get back you get your clothes packed and you get back on that plane, you come back home, and you lost nothing but money. Mm-hmm. And you didn't want to lose your money, but you lost money. And so you can come back home and you can earn that money back. Okay, you go back to work, you can earn the money back. So in my opinion, besides of course those that are addicted to gambling at a casino is not the ultimate gambling. What we're going to talk about tonight is what I consider, besides the illegal things, out there that, hey, for all y'all, I pray for y'all that in those streets that are trying to get it in a way that is risking your life every night. But for normal people that are living life, the ultimate gamble is marriage.
All right. So you heard it here, you guys. Our topic for tonight is marriage, the ultimate gamble. And we didn't really put it as a question because you're making a statement. What you're saying is you believe that marriage is the ultimate gamble.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Now, y'all know me. I'm going to come with facts, right? So we're going to have a discussion about this, but I also want to come with facts. So gambling, all right? Because first we got to explore what this means. Gambling is a risky action where you expect a positive outcome against the odds.
Against the odds.
Now,
wait a minute. Read that again.
Let me read it again. I'm going to read it again. Gambling is a risky action where you expect a positive outcome.
You expected a positive outcome
against the odds.
Against all odds.
So I did not look up the statistics, the data, in terms of what data says. Maybe somebody can do that for us real quick. Just kind of look up what the data is in terms of marriage. But I will say,
my eyes ain't lying to me. My eyes are not lying to me. And what I hear, because I get a chance to work with people, is not lies. Okay, so let's start right here on my end. This is where I want to start. I want to start with the vows.
okay,
That the traditional vows. Sometimes people, of course, have their own vows, but the traditional vows that people hear at weddings. It says, I,
Your name.
Cleophas.
Oh my.
Okay.
Cleophas.
Take you.
Here we go.
Give me a woman. Helena.
Oh my. Cleophas and Helena. Here we
All
go.
right. For my lawful wife / husband to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor. Here we go. In sickness
Sickness and health.
and in health. Until what do us part? They didn't say finances. They didn't say cheating. They didn't say arguments over the kids. They didn't say. They said until death do us part.
That's what it
I will love and honor you all the days of my life.
I should have had a wedding song on here. I
Shit.
didn't know you
Look
did
here.
that.
Look here. Wait a minute. Wait a
All
minute. Wait a
right,
minute.
Go ahead.
How many people actually sit down and truly thought about those vows before they actually walked down the aisle? How many people really sit down and truly thought about those vows? I mean, and when I say thought about it, I'm talking about the fact that it says, hold you. I'm gonna hold you. I'm not. That means shit. That means me. First of all, if you get married, 25, 30, younger, you're basically saying at that moment you're saying. This is one of the main things, because it's one of the main things, of course, that marriages end up breaking up marriages. That I am not to see another woman or man in an attempt to be with them physically, sexually, anything like that, ever again, ever. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is it. I've put on the ball and chain. I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Damn.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's one.
Okay.
Okay. And here it did not say. You correct me if I'm wrong in there. Did we hear anywhere in there that he's supposed to or she's supposed to be able to provide certain things financially? Or it ain't gonna. I missed it. Maybe I missed.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing that
here we
I
go.
didn't miss
Here we go.
is so we live in the state of Texas. And in the state of Texas, the governor sends you a letter in the mail. The moment that you go and apply for your marriage license, and then once you submit that marriage license, after you say those vows that you just mentioned, the governor of our great state of Texas sends you a letter. And in that letter, it says that marriage is a contract.
Business.
And what the
business.
state of Texas says, that once you engage in this contract called marriage, that if you are to leave that contract, it basically talked about all the things that could possibly happen to you.
Business.
So when we talk about whether or not marriage is the ultimate gamble, and we're talking about a risky action. Now here's what I will say. Prior to getting married, two people are already individuals. So they've already
That's right.
earned, they probably earned some things financially. They may have already, they're maybe in their career, and you are taking a risk
Yeah.
in terms of that contract that
Major.
you have to sign.
Major.
Because you're signing on the dotted line to say, hey, if you dissolve this marriage, then you are potentially gonna leave with some things that you as a partnership have both acquired together.
Yeah.
That's basically what it says.
Yeah.
In my words.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You risk losing everything. Or losing half of you risk losing stuff that you came into this marriage with. Look, when I was doing adult probation down in Montgomery County in Conroe, real quick on this story, I had a guy, this was adult probation, I had a guy on my caseload. God bless this man. This man would ride his bike. He had a 10-speed bike. Well, he had not a good one though. He had a good bike. This bike, the only thing he came out of that marriage with. This man had a good job. He was making probably about 80-something thousand, something like that. He had a solid job. This man was on papers for a DWI because this chick it drove him crazy. Yeah, I mean everything he was going through with his family. She had the kids. She had the house. That man was paying child support. That man was paying spousal. If I'm not mistaken, I remember that man paying spousal support. She had everything. This man was making 80-some grand and staying in the basement, or like it was either a basement or like a garage. They had made like a little room for him in his mama's house, and he didn't even have a car no more. He was riding a bike to work. Luckily, his job wasn't too far. He was a biker, so it wasn't nothing for him to ride his bike to work and to ride his bike to probation. That man was riding his bike every day. This man didn't have that. She took everything. Now, I done heard so many stories like this. It ain't even funny. It's but my whole thing is, I don't know why they got divorced. He was on probation.
well, I was gonna say now that tells
I don't know that.
That tells me some things. Either he had no attorney or a crappy attorney, or he was the reason for the divorce.
Or he may have did this noble man thing. I'm gonna let the wife have everything.
Could have done that and walked away.
I'm not
Could
gonna
have done
fight
that.
him. I'm not gonna fight him.
Yeah.
Men do it all the time.
Yeah.
Now,
Could have done that too.
hey, look, for the men that do that, don't get me wrong. I would never leave my wife if we ended up not working out for some reason. I would never leave my wife in a place where she would struggle or nothing like that. But you can't have everything. I work too hard. You can't have it all, man. You cannot do that. That's not fair to me. I have one life to live, and I gotta get back on track, just like you gotta get back on track. And it's not fair for me to leave with nothing. That's not fair. So we built this together. Whatever we got, we built it together.
Now I'm gonna go back to that business, that letter that we received. You and I both received. And one thing that letter did not talk about is fairness. It did not cover the term fairness.
Here we go.
What again? We're talking about a contract. It's a business. This is not. What do they say? It's not personal.
Hey, look, y'all, listen to it. Listen.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you.
So
I'm telling them. Fair warning.
The
The
title.
biggest gamble you ever take in your life. Fair warning.
So let me tell you guys. I don't know if y'all have heard of this thing called Chat GPT. Now I've been trained on Chat GPT. I actually even did a story on it. But it's basically an artificial intelligence tool, and you can ask it questions, and then it will provide you responses. And so, although I'm not really a user yet of Chat GPT, I did do a little research about this topic before we talked about it today. And what came up is that somebody went to Chat GPT and they asked, "How can you explain that marriage is a gamble?" Went into Chat GPT and said it. How can you, and this is artificial intelligence.
Anybody watch now?
Artificial intelligence is, of course, based off of, I don't even know how to explain it, but this is what ChatGPT said.
Go watch Snap.
Well, this is what Chat, it didn't say go watch Snap. It said, and I'm not going to read this in its entirety, but I'm going to read a little bit of what the artificial intelligence tool is saying. Marriage can be thought of as a gamble because it involves taking a risk on the unknown future of a relationship. There is no guarantee that a marriage will be successful, and both parties are taking a chance on the possibility of happiness and fulfillment. Additionally, marriage often involves a commitment of time, energy, and resources, and there is always a possibility that these investments may not pay off in the way that the individuals involved had hoped. Like any gamble, marriage involves a certain level of risk and uncertainty, but it can also be rewarding and fulfilling experience for those who are willing to take that risk. So according to the artificial intelligence tool called ChatGPT, it is truly saying that marriage is a risk. And because of that, it's a gamble. And whenever there's a gamble, there's a risk. However, it can be rewarding. Now, this is where I'm going to challenge. I'm just going to be devil's advocate here. Okay? And I'm going to challenge it a little bit. I feel like if you are going into a marriage and you're seeking happiness, you're seeking for someone to make you happy and to fulfill you, then you've already lost. And so, and the reason that I'm saying that, now, yeah, I need some thoughts. This is good stuff. The reason that I'm saying at that point, if you're going into a marriage and you're expecting for someone to make you happy, someone to fulfill you, then at that point you've already lost. You've already lost. It's almost, you might as well just go to the casino. You start talking about the casino. You might as well just go to the casino and just give them your money and walk away. Because happiness is within you, right?
It's a choice.
Happiness is a choice that's within you. And you have to fulfill yourself before and work on that, because we all evolve right over time. But you have to work on that fulfillment yourself. The expectation shouldn't be the spouse. Comments?
Pam said, Pamela Wade, hello, Mom, said that some people are not looking for love, they're looking for help.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something.
It's a good one.
That is a contract as well. Mm-hmm. And it just, this is where communication comes into play. Because if that's what it's gonna be, then it needs to be understood. See, okay. And this is why I said it, because see, when you say something like that right there, okay, that's fine. But we don't have to get married for that. We don't have to get married for that. We don't have to get married to help one another. We don't have to get married to technically be partners. I don't have to put my name on some contract with you where all of a sudden everything that I own becomes yours, or everything I've worked hard for becomes yours if you're not looking to love me. Because see, here's the number one thing. Let me go on and be 100. Let's go on and get this out here for the night. Forget all that extra stuff you talk about when you look, oh, she needs to be fine. Oh, he needs to be this. Oh, he needs to be that. He needs to have this much money. Forget all that. When you're talking about marriage, here's the number one thing that I need anybody to be looking for and asking themselves when they choose this person and they've been with this person and they're starting to believe that this is a person is somebody they could possibly be with the rest of their life. Would this person wipe my ass?
So what? So
you're
saying? So what you saying? Because prior to entering into,
I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Would this person wipe my ass?
With or without a mask, and we talking about you gotta have a mask.
Would this person treat me like they treated their own child and wipe my grown black ass? That's it. That's it. Look here. Look, because oh, cool. You talking about when we 78 years old? No, the hell I'm not. Yeah. Because things could change tomorrow. Things could change tonight. You could be going to the corner store and getting a wreck and end up paralyzed for the rest of your life. So everything that y'all have thought about, all the dreams, all the plans, all that is shattered. And now this woman becomes, or this man becomes more than just your partner in love. This person becomes your caretaker. They become your lifeline. Because you have traded in everybody for this person. That's what the Bible says you're supposed to do,
That's
right?
what the Bible says.
Ain't the Bible say you?
Yeah.
The Bible says this person is supposed to be number one. This man, this woman has now taken the place
That's right.
of mom,
Of parents. That's correct.
dad.
That's correct.
This man, this woman is supposed to be put ahead of
Supposed to be.
your children.
That's right.
This person, this woman, this man is supposed to be put ahead of your siblings, your best friends. Everybody that you spent time with that had your back, that would have come down and did everything for you and went to war with you, went to battle with you, all this stuff. You have now, according to what those vows say, you have now chosen this person to be the person to take the place of all these people. And therefore, you have now, in some ways, found less time for these people who are or who have been a huge part of your upbringing, a huge part of your stability, a huge part of everything that's got you to the point to where you at now, to be with this person. And if this person ain't solid, 10 toes down, 100. You see that Tyler Perry movie where old boy was sitting in that tub because she threw his ass in that tub?
Yes.
And, that is it, guys. This man tore that woman down. She would have given him
scorned woman.
a real.
That's
She
it.
would have given anything for that man. And he cheated on her. He had kids outside on her. He was going to kick her out of his house. Okay? He was going to kick her out of his house. And look, when he was in the hospital after he got shot in the courtroom, let me name the movie. So the movie, it's the one. Is this
I don't know.
Is this a Lady Swan?
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't. No, that's not the name of it. I don't. Y'all in the comments help us.
Y'all tell me in the comments.
Yeah, I think.
But anyway, when he got shot in the courtroom, he was in a position with this beautiful yellow bone, and he had kids with.
Had moved
and he
in.
was on a leave.
Yeah.
He wasn't leaving up. He was kicking his wife out. He drug her out of the house and had movers come to move her stuff out.
That's right.
And he was moving in this yellow bone dime that, he was good looking and had his kids with. However, when he got shot and he was in that hospital, that dime was going to tell him to cut that machine off. See?
Didn't have a prenup.
She didn't give a damn about it. And guess what? Even though his wife, she took him out, or she made him suffer for a while. She made him sit there and let him soil himself and piss all over shit all himself. She made him soil himself, threw him in the tub, put food in front of him, and he wasn't even capable of eating it. You know what I'm saying? She made him suffer. She did him wrong. But she still was there for him. Would the person that you are deciding to spend your life with wipe your ass?
And according to Coopology, what you're saying is that if you don't believe that this significant other who you are entering into this marriage with will wipe your ass, in your terminology, then that's not the person.
Shit, it can't be.
And I don't think the movie is I Can Do Bad All By Myself. That's the one with that's the one with Taraji P. Henson. So that's not the one. We gotta. Nobody in the comments mentioned. Maybe they didn't watch the show.
They didn't watch that one?
Maybe not. Or nobody can think of the name. But to your point, what you're saying is you're lowering the risk of being able to enter into this marriage if you can answer those questions, if you can look at that person and say, this person is going to be with me. But here's where I'm going to flip it on you, okay? Because I I got my paperwork.
Get your paperwork.
Yeah.
You can't, man, come on. I'm ready to finish with this.
In 2020, all right, this is when we were going through the. That's the name.
That's it.
That's the
Thank
name.
Andrea.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that's
Andrea.
yeah.
Shout out to
yeah.
Andrea, CKT, baby, all day.
No, I think that. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Andrea's
Yeah,
in
several
first.
people. There we go. Yeah, you're right. So in 2020, when we were going through the pandemic, there was this scholar that did a research study. Megan Reed, PhD student in psychology and demography at the University of Pennsylvania. She said she came to the conclusion that marriage is a complete gamble. But here's the deal. This is what I liked about this study, though, is that she explored the Indian culture where there are marriages that are arranged. And so you guys know that in different cultures, not even in different, circumstances, where you arrange a marriage, our families are married into each other, or, maybe you're arranging the marriage based on circumstances, and this happens in a lot of different cultures. So what she did is she interviewed about 45 people, and all of these were young Indian individuals. And she conducted this through 2018 through 2019. And what she said is, even in an arranged marriage, where love is not even a factor, either you're going to win or you're going to lose. There's no midway. If it's a hit, it's a hit.
Yeah.
And if it's a flop, it's a flop.
Absolute flop.
Yeah.
Trash. Trash. God damn it.
And so they said, what she concluded is that she said that some respondents felt that both love and arranged marriages were a gamble, whereas others saw only an arranged marriage as clouded in uncertainty. So some of them said, well, hey, the only time that I can really see is that, because again, remember, we're talking about uncertain. We're not aware of what the outcome can be. So some folks say, well, only that can happen in an arranged marriage. But I'm just going to tell you the truth. And this is facts. Sometimes you marry people, but you don't even really know who they are.
A lot of times.
Until you move in with them.
That's why you know him from the snap.
So these shows that are coming up now, Love is Blind and Love at First Sight and so forth and so on. Some of these marriages are lasting the through more. Marriage. Some people have been. Let me say this. Some people have been married for over 10 years. Then together for over 10 years. Then they get married and they can't make it. Whereas there are other individuals, and I've been reviewing this stuff to prepare for today's topic, where you met on Love is Blind and they're outlasting some of these marriages. So my point in saying that is that you can't really say that you know a person until you really get to know them. You really get into that marriage and you start dealing with what you're talking about. Finances. You start dealing with health and sickness. The children start to come. And then you start dealing with issues related to children. Or maybe you're getting of the age where you got to bring your parents into the household. And you're having to deal with now your parents as possibly your dependents. Or maybe a death happens. And then during that death, you start to see, because I'm going to tell you, oftentimes, people for years can show you somebody different. They can show you their representative. But you don't. You gotta see them through. As Tyler Perry, we talk about Tyler Perry every season. Madea talks about seeing them through every season, and you gotta see them when it's good, and you gotta see them when it's bad. Because one thing I know is pressure. What they say, burst pipes, right? And so, with that being said, I agree. I'm gonna just break. I agree that marriage is a complete gamble, and I think that you're taking a risk when you're getting married. It is a contract. Of course, you're partners for life, but I do believe, and this is now artificial intelligence and this young scholar here that did this review. But I do believe that marriage is a gamble. And I think that, when you talk about outcomes and being against the odds, especially when you look at African American households, those marriages are even have more against, you know, when you talk about all of the types of issues that the African American or minority households have to deal with. Because now you have all the pressures of what's happening in society and everything else. And then when you start adding children to these dynamics, it really changes it when you know, when you're not doing the traditional.
What kids you doing? Look, man, look, hold on. Let's stop right there.
The kids.
Don't just fly by it. Don't just fly by it. Because first of all, if you are a man, because I see Miss Williams, am I saying it right, baby? Aisha Williams.
Yeah.
She said people don't date anymore before marriage. So
that's good.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and people can call me out they want to. You tell me, show me the lie. I don't know. I don't honestly remember dating at all. I don't remember dating much.
Yeah.
We didn't date much. We went and kicked it with each other. But as far as going out on dates, my country ass just didn't do that. We didn't do that. I didn't have to do that, and we didn't do that. We went and chilled. You know what I'm saying? And so you are now turning in. When you get married to somebody, you're saying, I'm gonna turn in all them. And the women do it too, because I'm listening to several.
Absolutely.
I'm listening to several interviews where there are women, they might not be having sex with all of them, but they love going on dates with different guys and getting to know them and getting different experiences. You know, my wife, she hates doing the same thing all the time. It don't matter if she had fun. Okay, I don't want to do that next time. I want to do something different this time.
Right.
That's how she is. She can't stand the idea of routine.
Boring.
She can't stand it. It's
Boring.
boring to her.
Yeah.
So it don't matter how much fun she had doing it, she don't want to do that no more. Okay. So there are women that say, I want to date different guys so I can get different experiences. Well, most men, if they want to date different women, it's because they want sex with multiple partners, different types. They want the one that got the big ass. They want the one that got the beautiful, beautiful body. They want the one that's intelligent sometimes. They want the one that can do this the best, do that the best. We don't got to go into all the details. Y'all know what I'm saying here. But when you decide to get married, you are trading in
All of that.
Elizabeth, Sandy, Rachel, Jada. I'm just throwing names out there. You trading in all them names
For
one.
Yeah. And then I'm going to give you the female perspective.
Can I finish?
Okay, well, you going on now.
And when you do that, you already setting yourself up. Unless you truly love this person, you already setting yourself up to fail. If you ain't really thought about it, you already setting yourself up to fail. Because it's wrong. It's wrong to go from one. First of all, to satisfy an appetite that heavy. When we talk about the desire to want to be intimate that much and still run a household, especially getting back to the reason I stopped her. Once you have kids, oh shit, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance in hell because that woman has carried that baby for 9 months. And no matter what that Bible say, no matter what they parents say, no matter what the deacons say, the pastors say, that woman can't do a thing with you without looking at that door. That woman can't do a thing with you without checking on that child first. You can't touch her. You can't do nothing. Even if you were trying to do something that is meant to please her and only her in that moment, you can't do that without her. Did you lock that door?
So what you're saying is the excitement. You feel like
it is going to take a drop. It is going to take a major decline once you add children to. It's going to take a decline anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's just one. But then when you add kids, okay, God, what did I get myself into? You know, this is tough. Why did I do this? And the answer is because, in my opinion, the answer is because is you could get into a point to where you're not doing things with sex being the number one agenda anymore. Sex can't be the number one agenda when you got married. If you're doing that, you kidding yourself. A lot of people, oh man, I'm getting married now. That means I'm going to be able to have sex freely with my partner anytime I want. It's nothing I gotta hide. It's nothing I gotta worry about. We're supposed to be able to have sex without protection based on diseases or anything like that. But we're supposed to be able to have sex without protection because she is supposed to be with me only, I'm supposed to be with her only, and that's it. That's what it's supposed to be.
And so you're saying from the male's perspective, that's what the outcome is supposed to look like when you get married. That's what he thought. That's what he thought. That's what he thought.
He was wrong.
To the marriage. That's what he thought.
He was wrong.
Bullshit.
So
Bullshit.
He was wrong. He was absolutely 100% wrong.
The female perspective of this, and I'm gonna go back to some advice I actually got from a man, a seasoned man who had been married over 20 years. And he told me this back when I was in my early 20s. He said to me, he said, if I had a daughter, okay, and I think this was on some, think like a man, act like a lady type situation. But he said to me, he said, if I had a daughter, I would tell my daughter in terms of dating before she got married, I would say, get you 7 male friends. And he broke it down and he said, get you the male friend that maybe you guys just like to go shopping together. There's some fashionistas. So there's some men that love shopping because women love to shop. Get you a male friend that maybe y'all just go to the movies together. Because, hey, you want to go out to a movie sometime. He also said get you a foodie. Get you a male friend where you guys can just go out and you can just have the best food and all this type of stuff. He said also get you a male friend, and when you go to the nice galas and events, he can go and he can present himself in this way. And then he went on to talk about also get you a male friend, and if you need something happening at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can call him up at 2, 3 in the morning and he's going to roll through. He mentioned about your car. Get you a male friend that can work on your vehicle. Get you a male friend that if you own a home or maybe you rent and you have somebody that can come by and be handy. And what he said is that he said oftentimes what I have found is that women typically try to seek in a husband all of these different things. And there's no absolute way that a man is going to be able to accommodate all of those 7 things. So what he said is, he said during your dating era, this is what he told me, during your dating era, make sure you line up those men, like I mentioned. He said, and I'm going to tell you, while you're lining them up, and this is who you put them in categories, because this is what he talked to me about was categories. He said the cream always will rise to the top. And he was like, and then there's going to be one that's going to rise to the top. And as he does, then you'll start getting rid of some of these others. So that's some of the advice, just from a female's perspective. Because I heard that advice. And again, this is advice that came from a man. But this is some advice that he gave based on his 20-some year successful marriage. And also just, with the fact of him being wise. So I think that, and this is not me, but, you talked about when men enter into a marriage, they come into the marriage, of course, with sex on the mind and thinking they're trading in Sally Sue and all these people, and they're going to just have it all night, all the time. And from a female's perspective, oftentimes we enter into a marriage, my mom, Pam Wade, again, shout out to her, talking about, helpmate. But we also are pretty, women, we like to go and do and have a good time and explore. And I think oftentimes we enter into the marriage thinking, okay, now I have my friend. He's going to go shopping with me. Go shopping with me and see how I look in this dress. Or he's going to take me to the movies and we're going to go and we're going to see the movies all the time. And he's going to be able to fix my car, you see, and make sure that the house is taken care of. And then maybe if I want to go out to the Cheesecake Factory, he'll be able to do that. But then also he's gonna be able to put on that tux and then have me on his arm taking me to this gala. Now,
You said a whole lot of stuff, but who's gonna blow your back out? Where's the man that don't? Where's the man
I talked
that?
about the 2 to 3 a.m.
No, you said the 2 to 3 a.m., but you didn't say it right.
I think y'all
You
knew
didn't
what
say
I
it
was
somebody.
talking
You didn't say
about.
it right.
The 2 to 3 a.m.
That's
phone call.
you can't even talk about it. I need somebody. I need it to be said that I need somebody to reach back as far as they can, like you're playing dominoes. Reach back,
Y'all see where his mind.
reach way back, and when you come back, it's gonna bring pressure. It's gonna bring pressure.
I'm gonna tell you that type of stuff
Reach back, and when you
is
come back, you
dangerous
come back
because
with the right thing.
it will confuse you. Okay,
Well,
let me
hell,
tell you
shit.
that kind of stuff is dangerous. You got to be real careful
Let's
what you
read
ask
some
for.
of these- let's read
Yeah,
some of these things real quick.
let's do that.
Jamie Mackey, hey baby. Jamie says, hell, I'm 43 and I'm still hoping to be courted. I still have hope. And you should, Jamie. And you should. Just be realistic. Be realistic with what you're looking for. And he's out there. It can happen. Courting is old school and how we got down. Hey, there's still people out there that do it. Kevin, it's a reason that they call it courting before marriage, before you sign that legal contract. That's dead real. Hey, absolutely, man. Let's see here. We just want that one that will turn us out without any guidelines.
So that's that.
You have to let loose for that to happen.
Yeah.
You have to fully let loose, take down your walls. And to get a woman to take her walls down is extremely hard. It's not an easy thing to do. Especially if you have kids, and especially if the word oh my God. Hold on. If the word empowerment is in their vocabulary, oh shit, you going through hell. You going through hell. Yeah, I'm just saying. If they utilize the
That is a
word
term
empowered
that I
on a
use
consistent basis,
often.
then you about to go through hell trying to
Let me tell y'all something.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
You can clearly see opposites attract. What is wrong with the term empowerment?
So many things that's a show of its own. I can't even talk with those tonight. I can't even go there tonight. I see Pam Wade. Pam said just cook some mocktails, and she also said turkey wings, turkey necks, and pinto beans. That is one spot, Pam Wade, and you are correct. You are with them. You are with them. That's the spot above the fupa. And you know how to take care of that spot, absolutely. But you gotta take care of that part below the fupa too. You can't just be one. If you take care of that spot, and you take care of that spot down here, that man is gonna take his ass in there, he's gonna go to sleep. You ain't gotta worry about him no more. You can talk to whoever, go out with everybody. You can probably take his wallet and grab his card and just go. Here, if you take care of the stomach and that part below the fupa, you ain't got shit to worry about. I'm telling you. I mean, man, look.
So men are, and we've had these conversations. So you know, they're simple beings.
Very
It's
simple.
not complicated.
Let him work. Let him take care. He will. If you do these things, look. Just
And so, are you saying these are things because again, the topic is marriage about it being a gamble.
It is a gamble.
So you're saying it is a gamble, but as
On the
your
female side, she can get everything she wants if she continues to do the things that make this man excited to do those things. Like, if you come, a female is such a beautiful creature. This is not true. I'm gonna tell you, y'all have something that men just don't have. Yeah, a female can take a nice pair of underwear and put some heels with it and throw on and put their hair in a certain kind of way and shit! God damn! Oh! Just good things. It's just good things start happening. It don't take nothing to get a man excited when his female is putting in, if she met him at the door like that, every once in a while, once every 2 or 3 weeks, she just met him coming through the door, just open up and just Lord,
in
heels on.
The heels and
and he'll do whatever you want. He'll do whatever you want.
So,
He'll do whatever you want. And if he don't, then you know you got some trash. You got trash then. You know you messed up. Something happened and you got misled. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked.
well, I'm just going because I'm thank you Aisha for bringing that up because I'm waiting on my turn here. He said that I was yeah he said okay I see
Yeah.
but to her point, and that's kind of what I'm sitting here waiting to say is sexes don't keep anybody. There's a whole lot of women out there. A whole lot of women.
Maybe without
And
sex,
men.
maybe your sex don't keep it.
And men. And
I'm just
and
being real.
that have some bomb. They know what to do, how to do. They know every spot to hit. I'm telling you.
It's not the only thing. Of course not.
Yeah.
I'm telling
So
you,
when you're-
remember earlier in the conversation, I said the main thing is would this person wipe your ass?
Yeah.
So in the end, it's not about the sex. That's not going to keep them. But it will get you through the years of desiring this and desiring that, and a man second guessing himself because he gave up so much to be right here now. If he's getting taken care of, provided for at home, and you ain't gotta be the best. It's just gonna be the effort. That's all you want. You ain't trying to get the best. Because 9 times out of 10, he ain't the best you done had. I ain't trying to say I got it figured out because I don't.
Yeah.
Very basic
And that's the
routine.
thing. I just don't want to get in people's head that hey, if I go out here and I can put it on him or her, that's going to make a successful marriage. Because at the end of the day,
Absolutely not.
there's some people out here that can do some things.
And we'll be single for the rest of their life.
Some strange things for some
And
change
we'll be single
and
for the
without
rest
some
of
change
And we'll be single for the rest of their life.
and so we just want to be clear, we don't want to get the wrong information. We trying to empower the people, and so we just don't want to give the wrong information out about.
It is a
Yeah,
kill.
it's important.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
it's
I think
important.
that as humans, I mean, it's our human nature to engage in sexual activity. I mean, everybody has those needs, and a lot of us want those needs to be met. So it's important. But when we talk about marriage and gambling and the positive outcome, again, you're talking about against all odds. That's that whole me and you against the world type situation. Tupac, the great poet Tupac talked about it. Me against the world. Well, in a marriage, it's me and you against the world, and we're going against all odds. Because here's the thing, you guys: the sanctity, the marriage in itself is under attack. It's under attack. People don't value it anymore.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
You don't see a lot of young people, even these younger generations. They're not talking about getting married
Because you got to compromise.
That's well.
And several people in the comments talking about it. You have to compromise, and so that's been something that I always told older women. Once they get to a certain age, if they got divorced, man, check, so you probably not gonna get married again. Because I know once a woman get to a point where they got their stuff the way they like it, blah blah blah. I don't want to compromise, and men are very similar, unless they, kind of need a woman, they kind of need a woman around, want to cook and take care of them. But a woman, once she got her stuff together, a woman don't need a man for shit. If she can pay her own bills, and she gonna cook, she can cook for herself, she can take care of herself, but she don't need a man for nothing. So if she don't want a man all of a sudden coming in here throwing his socks on the floor and not to clean up after him, she got her house together, she got everything laid out, she feels good about herself. The only thing that she would possibly need at that point
Or would want.
is some company, a companion.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
But a lot of times they don't want a man to come stay with them. Shout out to Pepe. He said he listening to us cleaning his stove. He also said it's about compromise. He said he been cleaning the stove the whole time. He don't want to clean the stove. He don't want to clean the stove, but it's a part of
the compromise.
marriage.
It's a part of the marriage.
It's a part of. He
And-
gotta help with that.
And the thing about it is, you guys, it's a risk, and we're getting toward the conclusion of this. But it's a risk.
Chris said, "Let's go to Vegas."
Hey, I'm ready. My bag stay packed. Okay,
I know.
we
Yeah.
can go.
The game. Chris like the game is on. I'm
Yeah.
missing the game. I know,
But
Chris.
hey,
We almost done.
we almost we getting ready to wrap it up. But here it is, you guys. The topic for today is marriage, the ultimate gamble. And I think through our conversations today, you know, we've entertained and talked a little bit.
It's all fun.
But-
yeah, it's all fun. I swear. I just be chilling, man.
But at the end of the day, I think that I don't think I know that it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk because, you know, it's better to have loved than to not love at all. And I think that, you know, through marriage, did I say that right? It's better to have loved than not. Yeah, okay. So, but through marriage, you not only learn a lot about, you know, just your partner, but you also learn a lot about self. And I think that if you enter into any marriage, just know that, hey, it's a lifetime commitment. And it's not going to be easy. There are going to be some days. I've read somewhere, and it is the truth. If you don't ever look at your spouse and while they sleeping and think, I might just want to hit him or her upside their head, then you probably are not married. And I will also say this. There was an older guy who he talked about what advice, you know, would you give? And he had been married for over 50 years. He said, what advice would you give people? And he said, the advice I would give is, he said, what the question was, what kept you guys together? And he said, well, me and my wife never wanted to divorce each other at the same time. He said, that's what kept them married for over 50 some odd years. My wife and I just never wanted to divorce each other at the same time. And he said, you know, that's the key. You have to hang in there. So is it a risk? Hell yeah, it's a risk. But is it worth it? Absolutely, because the outcome can be amazing.
And absolutely, it's worth it on my end. Let me say this real quick before we let go. Ladies need to learn how to compliment their man or any man more often, not just when they want something. Men will do more without sex when you give us genuine compliments without expectations. Okay, that's come from Kevin Cofield. Samuel Dominic, sex, faithfulness, and food is all we care about. Big red. We easy and simple. Let's see here. Sammy Dominic had a good one. Here we go. What happens if a spouse, for whatever reason, get to the point where medically or physically they can't have sex? Do you just leave your marriage? Hell no.
That's a topic in itself.
Look, that is a topic in itself.
Yeah,
We have to talk about that one. That's on a whole nother level. That's gonna take a lot of prayer, Junior. That's gonna have to take you as the pastor, sit down with them a whole lot. Okay, but I will say this. It comes down to my final point and my main point from the beginning. Will they wipe your ass? Because if they'll wipe your ass, then they'll be creative enough to find a way to still be happy with the intimacy that y'all still can have.
Absolutely. Because that's the thing. Sex, especially when you get married, you guys, and it's about intimacy. You just said it.
Yeah.
Intimacy. Because it's, you know, it may not be the amazing fireworks, you know, that you may have had when you were younger. However, it means more. Yeah. It means more because, you know, you're with someone that you truly love. And it's more than just sex. It's about the intimate part.
You go from checking traps as a youngster. Because that's all you're doing as a youngster. You checking traps. Sometimes you stepping in multiple places in one day. Checking traps. Doing it to the point where you don't even desire it anymore. You're checking traps. You go from checking traps to actually to it meaning something. Laying next to each other and being okay with it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night. That's what it becomes. So it's something totally different. Is it worth it? Absolutely. But find somebody that'll wipe your ass. That's it. Find somebody that'll wipe your ass, and marriage is absolutely worth it. Yeah. If you don't find somebody that'll wipe your ass, it's the biggest gamble you've ever taken, and you're gonna lose.
Roxanne Evans said, and I'm gonna end with this: it is worth it if you find the person who is perfect for you. Life journey is so much better. And she says, and my 50th anniversary is approaching, and I couldn't be happier. So
Can you know better than that?
there you go.
Congratulations, Miss Evans.
There you go.
You got what we all looking for.
All of us. So with that being said, you guys have tuned into our second episode of Live with the Coopers, and our topic today was marriage, the ultimate gamble. And so whether you are single and happy, or whether you are married for 50 years like Miss Roxanne Evans, we wish you the very, very best. And remember that marriage is a beautiful thing. Yes, it's a gamble, but it is a beautiful thing. All right, you guys, now we're going to go watch some Dallas Cowboys, right?
That's right.
All right.
All right. Salute.